The English language can be really confusing sometimes. This word may not make any sense to you. But if you pronounce these letters, like the sound it makes in lecture, and these letters by the sound it makes in kernel, then this word should read out as church. Some eccentricities like this aside, this language can truly be a wonder. I was always weak at it in school, consistently getting poor grades. Then I started tuition and steadily improved. Eventually, I was the only one in my class to get an A in GP for my A levels. I mean, I got C's and D's in everything else, but hey, at least I managed to achieve something not many could. That had to be some form of a flex, huh? A few weeks ago, I was blessed by the algorithm gods of Instagram that allowed me to come across a reel that showed some unheard of or uncommon English words. I immediately fell in love with it. As I normally do for content that I enjoy consuming, I looked at the comments section to see what others thought of it. This time, perhaps in hopes of being introduced to more new words. I wasn't let down. The comment section was a treasure trove. So many more new words. Some I couldn't even comprehend. I couldn't even fathom. I was in awe. Language is so beautiful. It doesn't matter if it's English or Hindi or Mandarin or whatever else you speak. It happens often that we find ourselves stuck on a thought, unable to quite translate that emotion into a verbal form. How do I translate an emotional sensation, a non-tangible thing that doesn't quite have a physical manifestation in our universe but still exists, into verbal or written form, so that someone else may experience that emotion with me, so that someone else may someday experience that feeling when they are destined to. But it's this inherent flaw that makes language beautiful. It was here in this wholesome comments section of people sharing new and rare words that described those feelings exactly when I came across the word animal. Anemia? And hold up.
Anemoia.
Okay, cool. Anemoia. It means a nostalgic sense of longing for a past you yourself have never lived. What? Wow. What a profound definition. What an intense feeling. At first glance, you may feel it doesn't make sense. I mean, how do you even reminisce something you've not ever experienced? Is it just a deep yearning, like a wish where you contemplate how different life would have been had you followed a different trajectory? It's so intriguing to me because I've had this exact feeling before, and especially recently. Haikyuu, an anime I completed last month, is an extremely wholesome and inspiring piece of television. While it is riddled with comedy and uplifting elements, watching teenagers play a sport with so much dedication for their high school made me wish I had that. I had injuries most of my teenage years and so was never really part of any clubs. The camaraderie was never present in my life simply because I was not fit to play. For a music video project I am embarking on, I'm hoping to shoot a part of that project at the National University of Singapore, which is where I am right now. It's also a conducive environment to do concentrated work in, surrounded by college students slogging away. But it's in the little snippets of campus life I witnessed around me that caught my attention. My college didn't have an on-campus accommodation. There were no late-night walks or sitting by the grass during my time. Why do I miss this feeling I've never had. Not to say that I can't achieve those things now. I can, but it'll be a stunted version of it. And it also means going a lot out of my way from my regular life to achieve that. Surely it's not worth doing all that just for a fleeting moment of experience. And of course, not that I'm devaluing what I actually did during my time. I had my own fun and my own memories. No regrets. I just sometimes wonder how much different would life have been. When someone asks me how I used to spend my time in my childhood, I think to myself, I was never a gamer, didn't really have an active lifestyle, haven't read that many books, don't have any musical talent, nor cooking skills. What the hell did I do to pass time? It just feels like after I entered my teenage years, I stopped doing these things. Was life really just school, eat, sleep, and repeat for me? Is this why I have such a yearning for things I didn't have? Because of the unforeseen circumstances that always ended up with me being in situations where I simply have had very little life experience. God, no wonder I feel so strongly nostalgic for things I never had. I'm starting to experience life now. I know that. The last 5 to 10 years have definitely been putting me in positions where I'm able to live new experiences. And in the last year or so, I've had so much introspection that I'm starting to notice all this. It's such a melancholic revelation, yet not quite unrewarding. The fact that I'm so much more aware of these life-happened moments, the moments that we live for, that may otherwise go by unnoticed, is making me wonder now. Maybe it was all meant to be. I love who I am despite my flaws, and I love that I wouldn't change a thing from my past if I could. Sure, I could be better off, but I could be worse off. And I'd rather be okay with what I am, for that's what I have, rather than ponder what could have been, for that's what I'll never have. So thank you, anemoia, for allowing me to feel something I never thought I could have felt, yet allowing me to realize I am who I am because of it.
Thank you.